Hello everyone. This is Tushar Pingde. I'm the senior business analyst in Kylas, and today's topic is how to cater a re-engagement leads in Kylas. So basically, in today's webinar, we are going to look at what is lead re-engagement first. How does the lead re-engagement works in Kylas? How you can set up a re-engagement in Kylas with the different scenarios, like whenever a phone number or a email ID is same or the source is different, or let's say you have unqualified lead and the same lead is again inquiring for the second time, then how you can re-engage those leads. Then re-engagement for the same product inquiry, and let's say the same lead is same but the product inquiry is different, then how you can cater those scenarios with the lead engagement. Okay, so allow me to share my screen. We will look at all the scenarios one by one. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so in order to cater this re-engagement scenario, because there might be chances that duplicate leads can come to your system and your sales executives are calling them simultaneously for only one lead, because there might be chances that there are duplicate leads into your system, right? So you want to re-engage the existing leads which are handling by your pre-sales or salespersons, basically, right? So we have developed this function. This is the lambda function, which re-engage all your Kylas leads into itself. So you have to just configure few things to cater your engagement. First, just log in into Kylas CRM. Okay, and under CRM setting, first you need to turn off this uniqueness strategy as none, because there might be chances that leads are coming to your system but the product inquiry, the requirement of that lead might be different for the second time, right? And if you turn this strategy as on or the email or the phone number or both, there might be chances that the system will restrict to enter that lead into your system and lead won't be generated, because but there was a scene that the lead was inquiring for this different product. So that's why you have to first keep this strategy as a none. Okay, so right now I am updating it and making it, keeping it as a none. Okay, this was the first thing. Now you have to set up a webhook which will listen your existing leads data, will compare that data with the new lead that has come to system, and then update the existing lead. Okay, so for that you have to go to integrations and just click on the webhooks. So here I have already set up a webhook, but let me explain one more time. So this is the URL. This will be shared by our team to you. Okay, so this is the lead engagement URL. You just have to copy this URL and just replace this API key with your Kylas account API key. If you see this URL, under this URL, this is the API key where you have to enter API key. Just replace this API key with your Kylas account's API key. Where you will find this API key, let me show you. Under integrations, there's the API key module. Just click on this copy button and paste it over here. That's it, and you are done. So you have to just this toggle lead create event toggle should be on, and just click on the save. So I have saved this webhook. Now if you can see, the trigger count for this webhook is 424. Now I will go to lead listing page. This is my lead listing page, right? And you can see there are certain columns like first name, last name, owner, pipeline stage, and everything. Let's say this is the lead one. This is just a test lead. I have this lead into my system. As a salesperson, I was working on this system, and I have marked this. I have basically lost or unqualified this lead somehow. Like there might be chances that lead is not interested, or he's not in the mood to buy a product or do business with me. So I have unqualified, mark that lead as a unqualified. Okay. Now let's say any of my other pre-sales person or marketing person creating a same lead after few months. You can see this is the lead one, which has unqualified state. Now let's say one of my executive is creating a same lead into the system after few months or few days. And he filled up the information on the basis of email and phone number. Right now I'm just adding a phone number, but there might be a chances that email can be a same or phone number can be a same or both can be a same. Let's say I'm saving this. So you can see the lead which was already available in my system that I have somehow marked as unqualified. If I go to webbook section, you can see trigger count has been increased to 424. Now if I come to the listing page, what it will do, it will update the existing lead with the updated information, and also it will move this unqualified lead to its open stage. If I refresh this, you can see I had added lead 2 as a last name of this lead, and now it has updated uh, previous lead, and it has moved that lead to open stage. Now if I again refresh it, it will delete the duplicate lead that has already created, that had just created in the system. So there are two things. What it will it does, it basically re-engage your existing lead, and it again move that lead to open stage, so you can your pre-sales or salesperson can again start working on that. Also it avoids duplication of lead, so it deletes the newly created lead. Also if I add a notes, and if I see the notes, you can see 2 minutes ago there was a new lead created in the system, but it has deleted the lead because it found that there was a already one lead associated with associated phone number. That's why the duplicate lead has been deleted automatically. So this way you can re-engage your existing lead or unqualified or lost lead with the updated data, like the last name has been updated on the previous lead. That's how you can re-engage and avoid the duplication of the lead. Also, let's say there was a lead, the second scenario I'm talking about. So let's say there is a lead which is not unqualified or lost. My salespersons are still working on that lead. So I'm just keeping this pipeline stage as a demo done. I'm again go back to my listing page. Let's say the pipeline stage is demo for this lead 2. I'm again adding a lead. So same phone number, but uh, somehow other executive has entered a different name for this inquiry. Now, if I save this, you can see again it has moved that lead to its open stage. And you can see a name of the previous lead has also updated. S- So this is not regarding the first name or last name only. If any of the additional information that you are getting from the new lead, it will auto capture that lead and it will update that information over the previous lead, and it will move that existing lead to its open stage. So your pre-sales persons or salesperson can work on that. If I refresh it once again, you can see the newly created duplicate lead has deleted, and now you have the previous lead with the updated information. So uh, there is another scenario. Let's say this lead has inquired for one of the product. Let me edit this lead first and associate one of the product. So I'm just associating this access 125 127 single as a product with this lead. So the lead 3, which is on the open stage, and he has inquired for the products or service which is access 127 single. Now I want to re-engage this lead whenever the product is same. Okay, if this lead is inquiring for the same product, then only I want to re-engage this lead. Otherwise, if the inquiry product is different, then I want to keep this duplicate lead in the system, because there might be a chances that one executive is working on the one project and second executives can be work on the different projects. So second executive also want that lead in to be captured because he's handling different project basically. So in that case, you don't want to delete that duplicate lead, but you want to just reassign those leads to other executives, just because two different executives are working on the different project. Okay, and inquiry has called for the different requirements. So in order to cater this requirement, you just have to add one more parameter, that is check product. If you can see, check product equals to true. Let me add this under my webhook. So I will go to same webhook, and after my API key, I will just paste those parameters to check. So this was the same URL. This was my API key, and I have added more parameters like reopen for all the stages and check if the product is true. I am saving this. Now, if you can see, the trigger count is 426. So let's say this was on the demo stage, is handling this project. Let me change the owner as well. So let's say Pranav is handling project or product access 127 single, and there is another user who is handling a different project. Now let's say lead 3 is inquiring for the different project. For the reference, I'm just entering its name as 4, and phone number will be the same because we are evaluating the engagement on the basis of either email or phone number. So this time I will select another product, action item B2C. Let's say this is the product. So now you can see a product are different. This is still in the demo stage. If I try to refresh it, you can see update information has updated on the records, but the lead is not getting deleted in the system. It's still in the system. So we will keep the duplicate leads in the system in case of when the lead is inquiring for the different project, because the two projects are handling by the different persons. And let's say if I add a lead which is again inquiring for the same project. So again, lead with this same phone number has inquired for the third time, and he is again inquiring for the same product which for which we already have one lead. Okay, if I update it, it has updated the information and it has again deleted that lead because the inquiry was for the same product. So that's how you can cater your re-engagement. And again, if you go to the previous lead, we will add all those notes over here why the lead has been deleted, because you can see it was a duplicate lead. So that's how you can cater your re-engagement and duplicate and handle your duplicate leads and avoid the record creation consumptions. Okay, I think we can then wrap up today's webinar. If you have any queries later, you can directly contact us on the support@kylas.io. We will be happy to support you. Okay, let's meet on the next webinar. Thank you. Thank you very much.